Hello, Earth Signs. This is your reading regarding energy from now, surrounding the Independence Day holiday here in America, through the full moon energy on the 9th of July. So it'll be a couple days afterwards as well. Just to give you an overall picture, especially if the general reading did not resonate with you, okay? This is for Earth Signs. I've already cuffled, which is my little something for saying cut and shuffled. I did a 3-card spread and then I clarified, and the clarifications, each time 3 popped out. So actually all the clarifications were poppers, and then the middle one, the High Priestess in reverse, was the only one that I pulled, and then these were the bottoms of the decks. So I'm just looking. You have a lot of major arcana. You have the Hermit, the Emperor, High Priestess, Moon, World, Fool, and the Tower. So because of 2 of those, possibly 3, if you know cards, you probably realize there's some kind of secret. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands in here, so I see stability is going to come back, or maybe dealing with a marriage. Could be dealing with a house too. Okay, 10 of Swords reversed. So dealing with some residual feelings after a breakup, because we could have a breakup. But either way, something is definitely ending and something new is beginning. And I think it's because of the revelation of a secret. And you're going to know what this secret is. I see people moving houses. I do see some sadness, okay. King of Pentacles reversed, okay. 7 of Wands reversed, and the World again. And the World's upright, so that just lets me know that that World's meant to be upright, so eventually you will be emotionally satisfied. It may just not be right now. Okay. Now, what I'm looking at, because there's no particular spread, some of you already know the secret, okay? It may have come out recently, or just intuitively you know. First card is a Virgo card, so this could be mainly for Virgos, but this can represent all Earth signs because it is an Earth sign. It could also represent what's going on in your 9th house, okay? But the Hermit is reversed, so this is somebody who's not changing their attitude. This is also the need to rejoin the world. And of course it's clarified by the World, which is saying, hey, rejoin the world. So if you've been single after some kind of a heartache, 3 of Swords, or a separation of some sort, I'm seeing you're going to come out. We have the Moon card, 18, which also equals 9. We have the 9 of Swords in here, so 9's important. That means you're almost on the cusp. You're about to go into the world. You're about ready for whatever is coming. But you know, this is ruled by surprises, so there is a secret. So if you're searching for the truth, like you're really researching for whatever the secret is, I'm seeing deep down you already know. And it could be an affair because of the 3 of Swords, but it could be any kind of heartbreak, okay? You already know, so this is saying let it go, okay? You're not going to end up being carefree that way. So this is feeling left out in the cold, but you're going to come out of that. This may actually be happening like right now, or it just started happening. Because at the end, I'm still seeing you cut out in the cold, still lonely. especially with these two together. And this isn't a very long time window, so I don't see much changing in the interim. Oh, my cat. Everybody say hello to Striker. He decided to come up here and claw the crap out of my butt. Hey, look at the camera. Hey there. He's been crazy today, you guys. He's been climbing the plants in my house, and I had to put aluminum foil all over them so he would stop. So I'll just read like this so I can control his craziness. Okay. Now with the King of Pentacles that I saw that flipped over, he was in reverse. It does talk about corruption, possibly of a leader. It could do with a religious leader with the Hermit here. And King of Pentacles is a spiritual entrepreneur, and he was in reverse, so it's as if somebody is refraining from researching their religious beliefs. I can definitely see that coming through. All right, let's talk about the decks at the bottom. Okay, we had the Emperor. This is another 4, so we talked about stability when that 4 of Wands popped up. This says you know something, or you want to be something. This says control your anger. And that's going to be your motivation to change your life. This is also a scatter your enemies card by being fearless. And I'm going to see that comes in with the Knight of Swords over here. He scatters his enemy. To me, he seems like the messenger for the Emperor. Because if you look at his armor, right? Look at his armor over here. I see him as going forth as like a younger emperor. He's also, if you look, he has butterflies on the horse's vestment. And then, what is that? I guess we could say it's birds on the reins. So it's like breaking free, transforming. Because they're both, animals or insects that fly. And oh, he also has birds on there. So yeah, dude's flying. He's fast. Okay. But this is also about your beliefs, but being calm and stable. It's using your willpower to prioritize everything and put it in order. So this is like, get your duckies in an order. This is also somebody in your life who may be trying to protect you. Maybe they think you're rushing too much. Cat, get your booty over here and stop. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. And with 4 of Wands, it does talk about structures or businesses, something that brings you joy. And with the High Priestess in here, this could be somebody that you really, really love, but they're just, it's not happening. Because to me, this reminds me more of a platonic friendship, but it brings you wisdom. So this person may be telling you the secret. And it may not have to do with them, they just may know it. With the Hermit in here, it's people who are coming out and taking action. They're no longer going to be in hibernation. Okay. All right. The other one at the bottom of the clarification is 9 of Swords. Nobody likes this card. Now, I don't know if it's upright or not. Okay. It didn't pop out and show me anything, so I'm just going to read it as if it's right side up. We have loneliness with the Hermit here, but this is saying you're coming out of it. But we also have loneliness here again. It could also be in the reverse at the end, but I don't pull these in reverse. So right now I'm just seeing loneliness, and I'm always going to say you guys are going to come out of that, okay? Because it's also a depression. Seeing, let's come out of that, okay? Trust that good news is on the way all the time. Also, I'm seeing don't rush. And here we have somebody who's rushing. So if you rush, this is somebody who's rushing to their ruin. And then acting foolish, like the Fool. The Tower comes in. And then loss of money, being left out in the cold, being lonely. It's also possibly breakup. So rushing in, being insulting and fighting. I'm seeing, let's not rush and say things before we've thought them through, because that can take something that's a molehill and turn it into a mountain. But this is somebody who's really worried and hurt by things that people have said, or just some thoughts that or some situations that they're thinking about constantly, usually at night, possibly some insomnia. With the Fool here, it's saying that there is a change coming for you, possibly a message, and it's going to make your worries no big deal. Okay, so good news. All right, let's talk more about the Hermit in reverse. So we have the Moon under here. This talks about possible deception, but it's more like a distortion of the truth. Okay, maybe there's some half-truths. But I'm seeing psychic awareness with the High Priestess and even the Hermit. You know what this is about. You may just not like it because High Priestess is reversed. Some of you are blocking your intuition. You're like, I'm stuffing that down. You don't want to hear it. And that's not going to change anything, okay? With the Three of Swords over here as well, it's a painful relationship. This is like your light side and your dark side. We have Sun and Moon. And I'm just seeing some kind of separation and heartache. With the Hermit, it's isolation, okay? It's an isolation card that's made you sad or just separated. You've been separated from the world. I don't know if you've been off grid or what, but this is losing touch with the enjoyable everyday to day things when the Hermit's here. Like, where have you been, Earth signs? With the Nine of Swords, it says you've been very anxious. This is a very Piscean card, and it could be mental illnesses. It could be a rehab of sorts. But with the High Priestess, it's something about secrecy or deception. But when it's revealed, okay, it's going to be for your benefit. But I'm seeing let go of the paranoia, okay? Also let go of unhealthy relationships is what I'm seeing. Even if you're not in them, I'm seeing let them go. And with the World and the Nine of Swords and Hermit, I'm seeing so much social anxiety. It's like you guys you want to be alone. And the Hermit here is saying, you've been in way too long, get your ass out, join the world, okay? You've probably been hurt because somebody may have cheated on you or they just broke your heart in pieces, okay? I don't see who they are in the spread, but you've had some kind of heartache. And this is saying you have to get out and join the dating world. All right, the next card, High Priestess reversed. You know something, or maybe you know it's time. Also, because King of Pentacles was reversed, I see a female boss, a very demanding female boss, especially with the Emperor here. But they're not evil, because the Emperor would be reversed more so. But they are causing you some pain. They may have given you some harsh criticism. And this is saying she's a passive person, right? Okay, she just sits back and watches. She's very Virgin Mary-esque, okay? However you want to say that. This is in reverse. So she's coming out, you guys. The secret's out. You could be the secret. You're coming out. Perhaps it is a religious belief in regards to sexual orientation, okay? Some of you could be like, because this is a gender-based card and then that King of Pentacles was reversed, it could be about gender. But the Moon talks about be careful because there's something you're not able to see, even though you kind of know it. Some of you have been grieving quietly, possibly about a third party. I'm seeing no more quiet. You're going to come out. Talk about it. If somebody has died in the past, which I'm not really seeing, but if they have, I'm seeing start talking. Like she's coming out. I do see a little bit of obsession and addiction. So again, there could be something involving that because this is a moderation card and this is saying too much of something. So you're isolated for too long. You've been thinking about something for too long. You've been obsessing over it. And I have a little bit of obsessions in here. So I'm saying the Tower usually comes in when there hasn't been any action. Okay. And I'm seeing that over here and in the middle. And then the first action card we really get besides the Emperor, that's pretty much your advice I'm seeing, is Knight of Swords. Now he's rushing really fast. So that makes me a little worried that when you come out, you might just fully dart in and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. It could be a gambling addiction. But I'm seeing this is saying come out of your reflection, come out of that thinking, that obsessiveness. Also, some of you are going to come out of false teachings that you've learned. It could have to do with some kind of cult or just a philosophy in life. But I'm seeing the secret or staying and hiding isn't really for your benefit. Like it's the cycle is over, right? You need to graduate. I'm saying you need to make a commitment to this coming out. Maybe you've been led in circles, or you've been leading somebody else in the circles, giving them the runaround. You haven't been able to get some information. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, you've been investigating. You've been waiting for something to come out. And it's saying it's coming out, okay? Or maybe you've been waiting to come out of the closet. This is lots of reflection. And this could be in reverse, which would mean doing it for too long. So I'm seeing you've been hiding or whatever for too long. Time to come on out, okay? Whatever you've not been able to see, you're going to be able to see it. But I see like quiet social anxiety, quiet grief, not wanting to talk to somebody about anything. This says you're going to gain from your reflection. So it wasn't for no purpose, but it's over now. Something new is growing. You may have been anxious about money, but I'm saying be optimistic because there's some growth that's coming. You're going to have a harvest. Now I see some of you, you've had some troubles in the past because we do have the World here. And this Seven of Pentacles came after the World. Now if it came before the World, then that would be saying troubles averted. But it came after. So you've known some troubles. But it's also coming in front of the Five of Pentacles. So since it came in front of this card, I'm seeing in your outcome, you're going to avoid this trouble. Okay, and it's because you've been saving money, because these are both money cards. I see, you know, coming out of possibly an obsession with an unrequited love. But overall, I see planning and it working out in your favor. This is also just stopping to reflect, investigating, but the need to let go of something once you find out the secret. Once you find out the information, just let go of it. Because if you're the Knight of Swords running to scatter your enemies, like in a revenge type of way, then you're not reflecting, you're not thinking correctly, you're not planning, you're not questioning your choices or your relationships, and you're going in foolhardy. I see you are dangerous as an enemy, so the secret's not in your benefit, okay? It's a heartbreaking kind of a secret, but I'm seeing nobody wants to fuck with you. You have skill, but please don't run into your own ruin by being too quick, because you've been passive. I'd rather you take action like the Emperor, because he's older and wiser. This guy's rushing in like a fool, and it's clarified by the Fool. You want a new start so badly, okay? He could be in the reverse, or she could, and that could be foolish. And then you're going to start bringing in the Tower. So I'm actually seeing for once, Tower could be averted, or just any ramifications of the Tower that aren't good can be averted. Because remember, Five of Pentacles is going to be averted by doing Seven of Pentacles, reflecting and then coming out of it. And if you haven't been reflecting, you should be. All right. But you guys have been suffering in silence over something. I see unexpected encounters, unexpected communication. I do see refrain from insulting people again because we have Nine of Swords here. Somebody might insult you, but I'm seeing take the high road, okay? And the thing is, with the High Priestess reverse, you may not. You may try to reveal somebody's secret because they're doing you wrong. I'm seeing let's resist that, okay? Because when it comes to love, I see new admirers and romantic surprises. So even though you've had this is saying, come out here and date, because something is waiting for you. Could be a soldier, could be a police officer, a writer, journalist with the Hermit here, even with the High Priestess. Might be a young pastor, or somebody who just happens to be religious and they're very gung-ho about their religious beliefs. And so they might help you out with some of your religious beliefs or philosophies. And I always see this guy as kind of rescuing people. So this person may come in and rescue you, not necessarily literally, but maybe your mind. They might help take you out of this hiding. You know, I said a fair earlier, and though we have the High Priestess and the Three of Swords, I'm really seeing it more as heartbreak of some sort. Because we don't have any queens in here. Or kings, really. So, but there's some kind of secret. Somebody comes in and like rescues you. Because maybe they scatter your enemies as opposed to you doing it. But good stuff's coming in. It could be a message. I do see take on action, but make sure you're capable of doing what you want to do first before you start taking action. Because the Emperor is a lot older and wiser. So there may be a father figure or someone that you need to seek out. And some of you talking about moving, I see you want to move a little too fast, or you may have to go a very long distance and you may fly, because we do have all these flying cards. Some of you may want to travel, and you're sad about being separated. All right, so we have the Fool. This is a journey. It's also traveling, backpacking even. So some of you are going on a trip, which, I mean, yeah, it's July area. So, but when the Tower shows up, I don't like travel. It could be relocation. In that case, it's a good thing because I don't see any problems with that. But we have the Hermit, and we have the Tower, and the World. So I do see travel of some sort, especially with the Fool here. But I'm seeing like the Tower's going to come in when you least expect it. And it's going to like really come in rapidly, which we already know about the Tower. Some kind of a disruption. And again, with the Fool here and the High Priestess, there was something you didn't know. And then it's like, it's coming out and then bam, it's all coming at you. And then some of you already know it, but the effects are going to hit you later. However, when I saw that Ten of Swords in reverse with the Fool, I'm seeing taking a risk will not lead to disappointment. You will not have to learn something the hard way. Good to know, huh? Some of you, it could be an unexpected bill comes in when you move, but I'm seeing it's averted. I guess you find out about it soon enough. Overall, it seems pretty good. Let me look at the Tower here. This Tower is coming in with a new start, maybe because somebody was foolish and they needed to take a new step. Some of you, I think, are leaving a job or leaving a religious institution. So in that way, you may not be lonely. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, I hate this, but this is an attack. So I do see you refrain from that, okay? And the High Priestess comes out when somebody draws blood, when there's blood in the streets. So I'm seeing you can defend yourself, but I'm seeing don't go and attack people. Because that's what that is when the Tower's here. I'm seeing that that's foolish. If this is a person, beware of them. It's probably a young person, maybe blonde hair. In this case, it's a woman, and she has red hair. So just in case you need to know that. But I get this feeling, and I saw it when I first looked at the spread. And I didn't want to say anything because that just seemed a little far-fetched because I hadn't even looked at the cards. But I'm seeing it now. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Like terror attacks, like on airplanes. Okay. And we do have some travel cards here. We have the Tower, which this says it's attack, and he has all these birds and butterflies and more birds if you look real close. We have some red birds down here, butterflies, and then black birds. So high, medium, and low, right? So all levels. But this is an attack of some sort. So please do be careful when you're traveling. When the High Priestess is in here, it's saying something was avoided for too long or passive for too long, and it brings it in. So I'm saying don't let any anger build up. Instead, use it as motivation to do what you got to do. But no revenge. With the Hermit in here, I'm seeing this person, you may not have learned from your mistakes, or they didn't learn from them. And it's because of some kind of a rejection that didn't end very well, and you're still dealing with it, or they're still dealing with it. But just please be careful. Because it's some kind of a dominating person with the Emperor in here. Could have been a boss. Some of you could have just been let go in a sneaky way. And so here you are on a new start. Because I did see a little bit of job loss with this separation, but I don't really see a fair. So I'm thinking it's more job loss, something on a flight, changing a belief about something. Just a past heartbreak in some way. All right, next we have the Five of Pentacles. So I do see some kind of monetary loss or leaving church, leaving home. Again, like I'm seeing an attack on a home, maybe while you're on vacation. So beware of robbery while you're on vacation. Make sure somebody's coming by and house sitting for you. Because we did have that Four of Wands, which is a business structure, a house. But this tells me like being naive with your money, especially with the Fool here. Haven't planned to pay for something, unexpected bill. But I'm seeing unexpected, something coming due unexpectedly. Now, to me, it speaks less about money than it does about this like attack. Like it's an unexpected, you're not expecting it to happen. Or if this is you doing this, then they're not expecting it. Okay, and that creeps me out a little bit, so please be very careful. All right, so your next thing I was going to do is what are some steps to have a good outcome, right? What are some steps that earth signs can take to have a good outcome? And Virgos, you especially, I think this might be for you because your card is the only card that showed up here thus far. I mean, we have an Aries, so maybe you want to see Aries is upright. Virgo's in reverse. So, but if you know an Aries, especially if they're a redhead, just a fiery sign, possibly with a fake orange tan. Ew. Okay. And you know, funnily enough, to me this looks like the same person, only like older, short hair, maybe a little fatter. So maybe somebody from your past who's heartbroken. Please be careful. Because this person is dangerous as an enemy, okay? And I'm getting the feeling it may not be you anymore. And this person may have been the one in hiding. But if you're planning something like this, I sure hope to God it's not you. But I'm just seeing it's very destructive. That's the secret. But it's like it's maybe you knew this person and that's why the High Priestess is reversed, but something you know it. But it's just a little unexpected at the same time. Death reversed. Maybe with the Scorpio, but with the Hermit, I'm seeing somebody's frustrated by the end of something good. and they're needing to change their thoughts, but they've been dealing with it alone. They could have been dealing with a death alone. Maybe the death was from some kind of a sneak attack. And yeah, definitely some kind of a secret grievance. So if somebody has a grievance against you, I would very much try to work it out. And I think it has to deal with a breakup, and even a job loss. Somebody felt attacked. I'm seeing the abrupt and intense change is not caused by you. And the funny thing is, with this card, if you look, we have twin towers in the back, okay? And then the tower, and then the moon usually has twin towers as well. That's what I was seeing when I first got it. I was seeing, what I saw was the twin towers, okay? That's what I saw. I saw 9/11. And, of course, now we have death. And something that should not be coming back from the dead. So it's somebody from your past. Possibly a Scorpio, possibly Virgo, possibly Aries. But with the moon, I'm seeing it's a radical change. Somebody may be motivated by their anger to do this. Because it's saying, like, your emotional hunger is driving you, or them. And I'm seeing having to put the end to an abuse. This is an end that hasn't quite ended yet. So there possibly some kind of grudge. With the world here, it's saying end of an era, end of a way of life, graduation. So it could be in reverse, but I don't think it is because it popped up upright. Maybe it starts out in reverse and then ends up upright. Yeah, we got the moon again. Injustice. Four of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Could be an ex-wife or ex-husband. Somebody who's very money-based. Somebody who feels like something they valued got away. Four of Swords reversed. Coming out of isolation again, okay? And it could be over a death because this does look like a wake or a funeral, okay? So coming out of that. We have Injustice, so you could be dealing with a Libra because we do have an air sign over here. This is saying sabotaged intentions. So sabotage to me is a sneak attack. It could be about a job. But I get really worried about people who are flying, okay? Because it's something that's terror-based because this is injustice. And some of you, again, with the Hermit here, this is saying come out of deep thought. Stop searching for the truth. And these may be things that you have to tell somebody else who's planning revenge on you, like just let it go kind of thing, which I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm saying let go of a secret so you can be carefree. I'm saying when you gain in knowledge, share it. Take control of your beliefs, help somebody else take control of their beliefs. Also see with the Emperor here, take advice from an older relative. Okay? Yeah, I'm seeing it could be legal advice as well. Also get something in writing, could be some documents. This could be the end of a job, so get some documents in writing. But I'm seeing come out of being alone. Also, with the world in here, I'm seeing if you're doing what's right, you're going to be fine. Whoever's doing wrong is not going to be fine. They're going to get justice. And I'm seeing don't seek justice if you feel an injustice was done to you. This is very different. I don't get this a whole lot. Now, I don't see anything having to do with prison. So I don't see it as like somebody gets out of prison or somebody's going to prison. I just see some kind of a harsh judgment. Somebody's not accepting responsibility, or this is how somebody feels, that another person's not taking their responsibility. They're very biased. And they see like either somebody's deceiving themselves or they think someone else doesn't see something. They're deceiving themselves. And we do have some secrecy here. So it could be a self-deception. And then we have the moon. Okay. So definitely some kind of a deception. Now it feels more like deception as opposed to a secret. But the thing is, deep down you know. And if you don't know, then the other person thinks you do. But either way, I'm seeing secrets coming out. I see build your security. So I think if the moon was reversed, it's upright now, or it was just upright the whole time. But I see avoid being vulnerable too fast. And please be careful, because if you're very anxious about social situations, or this other person has social anxiety, then you're going to know who I'm talking about, possibly a Pisces, because they do tend to have a social anxiety. But I just see lots of intense emotion that needs to be controlled. Somebody does have some kind of deception. It even could be like an illusion or a fantasy. I'm seeing stay away from secret loves. So you may have let go of a secret love, okay? And that's the problem, because they feel like injustice was done. And I'm not seeing that you actually cheated, okay, or they did. But I'm still seeing heartbreak either way. They may have some kind of illusions going on, because this is a mental illness card or a drug card. But this secret that we've had the moon twice, could be two secrets, but I think it's just one. That makes the High Priestess come out. And she's coming out now. And I hate to say it, but I do see some people are revealing other people's sexual orientation because they felt like an injustice was done to them. Okay? And I'm just seeing actually to let it go. Okay. And no good's going to come from trying to retaliate. Just more, sneak attacks. Somebody that you were with or that wanted to be with you, they were really dreaming of success. I do see this person as socially anxious, whoever that would be. And when they didn't get the success they wanted, their whole world was just in chaos. Alright, so this card was here, Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, like luck ran out. Somebody wants to hold on to something. I'm seeing no new start, because we have death reversed. But this does talk about relationship changes or authority changes. Somebody's a loner. They're separated from you, or vice versa. But and somebody wants to get back together, and I'm seeing it is not happening. I'm seeing like totally breaking with this person. It just hasn't changed yet. And I'm seeing you will be changing paths, but just not yet. Also, if you're flying somewhere, be more cautious whenever there's a plane exchange. You're exchanging routes or transferring. But this person may feel entitled to money, and maybe there could be some kind of inheritance. I don't see that a whole lot, but I mainly see resisting change and the need to think and reevaluate. And then for some people it is gambling. So there could be an addiction about gambling, and somebody's rushing in and it just leads to a lot of money loss. There could be some kind of sneak attack, like somebody wants to rob you when you get a money winning. Okay? I'm not saying that's for everybody, I'm saying it's just for like the gamblers. But somebody feels entitled. See, there's so much passivity. Okay. Somebody expects to get something for nothing. But somebody is just, with death and the Tower in here, there's a change. Possibly because somebody is just out of control. Or somebody's been passive and then they come and they're out of control. So I could see a dormant addiction, a dormant obsession. Please be very careful. Page of Cups reversed. You could have rejected this person's love offer in the past. Somebody has taken something very personally. This is a Pisces card, so please watch for a Pisces. Somebody, again, I see avoiding responsibility. And there's just really bad communication with this person. Either their feelings turn neutral towards you, or you turn neutral towards them, but somebody feels more than the other person does. I think it's the water sign, because they're more emotional. And like, you don't understand them, and because they just take everything personally. It's almost crazy, like a mental disorder. And somebody feels like they haven't been heard, like they didn't get to speak their truth. And they needed lots of time and attention and love, and it was a lot. And maybe they feel like they had all these dreams of success with you. You promised them the world like the Knight of Cups would do, but then you couldn't deliver it, okay? And so they could be angry and hurt. So if that reminds you of somebody, I would just be extra vigilant. We don't have the Page of Swords or the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles buffers out justice, especially in the reverse, but it also talks about being vigilant and being wary of sabotage and bias. And neither one of those is here yet. So somebody isn't vigilant, even though a secret's coming out. And somebody knows what the secret is, but they just are a little bit unaware yet. Anyway. Queen of Cups reverse, so definitely a water sign. We do have Scorpio in here in reverse, but I don't feel that's it. I feel it's more like Piscean, but any water sign. This is somebody who's vindictive, okay? So if you have hurt a water sign, or if you've dated one, it doesn't even have to be in the recent past. Just when you cause somebody heartbreak, okay? This person feels as if you were dishonest with them. I'm really picking it up for somebody else. Apply it how you can. But this person is an over-emotional wreck. They are out of control. They feel like they could have had more with you. I think they may be on drugs because this is substance abuse, alcohol abuse. And we did have the moon. And I did see somebody may have been in rehab and they come out and they are crazy as fuck. Okay? So please be careful. So there wasn't an imprisonment, but it was probably rehab. And I'm seeing also, this is the isolation card, and as a step, it says come out of isolation and date. Some of you may be coming out of rehab, but then they're just regular. But for whoever this other person is, it's a little scary. With the Page of Cups in here, they're both in reverse, especially with the moon in here, and the High Priestess reversed. Somebody's not listening to their intuition. We have two water signs here. This is a Cancer card and a Pisces card, but we're talking about earth signs here. This may be in your chart, maybe in theirs. But somebody has detached emotionally because they can't handle this Page of Cups person. Somebody's an undependable dreamer, or they're just undependable, possibly due to alcohol abuse or drug abuse. But somebody's not listening to their intuition. They're very moody and suspicious and secretive. You guys, this secret is going to be brutal. I do see just emotional instability overall. Okay, what's a step that you guys can take to avoid disaster? Seven of Swords reverse. Go slow. Don't let anyone in. I feel like this is the person that you've known from your past, because we have Death reverse, but if it's not, just be careful of who does come in, because they may be dealing with a past heartbreak that they haven't let go of yet. And they might see like injustice in something you do and just snap, because this person with two moons in here doesn't seem like they're mentally balanced, okay? And it may just be because of drugs. This is a Scorpio card. It's also in reverse. So just water signs in general. That's the main feeling I get. I'm not so much thinking of Aries or Virgo anymore. Just a water sign. I don't even really see Libra. But Libra does have, justice reverse. But that could just be how they're feeling. But, okay. This says seek stability. So if this is you, please seek stability. Okay. If you need to go back to rehab. Okay. Again, I'm seeing seek good advice. So this Emperor, I think, is somebody you really, really trust. Could even be a boss. Like, you have to go to your boss about something romantic, even. Like, that's how desperate you're going to be. Could be a grandfather. We do have two older cards here. And I'm seeing you're going to get good advice. Really good advice. They're going to tell you what to do. But overall, go slow. This person may have felt like you seduced them and then left. And for a water sign, that is pure torment. They would really see it as scandalous and unjust. But I see somebody, again, I'm seeing unreliable. So I'm getting bipolar in that sense, okay? Could be somebody who's jealous of you at work. But I don't think it would be a boss, because here the boss is upright. I think it might be a coworker. But I don't have Five of Swords, so nothing too bad just yet. But overall, see, seek advice. Somebody is manipulative, over emotional, possibly due to a past betrayal. This does have Scorpio and Aquarius in it, so maybe there could be an Aquarius, but I really feel water sign. But overall, go slow, seek advice. That's your action step. And even though you're coming out, I'm saying don't come out at full force, okay? All right, what's another action step Earth signs can take to avoid disaster? Gee whiz. I see some of it's going to be averted, but something in the past isn't. Okay, we got Nine of Swords again, so it came out twice, so I think it's in the upright. Maybe that's how it starts, and this is how it ends, okay? Hopefully that's the case. Somebody has been ruminating on some kind of pain for a very, very, very long time. This card's called the Lord of Cruelty, okay? With the Hermit, it talks about being lonely or cut off. But with the Fool, it says worries are no big deal. So again, I see somebody's making a mountain out of a molehill. And that, just my intuition, my gut feeling is Pisces. Because in my personal experience, Pisces have tended to do that. They will take something and take it completely out of context. And it's a big deal, and you're always the one to blame. And they feel like you've been unjust, when really there's just something going on that you don't understand. And I see that with the Page of Cups reversed. And we have 3 Pisces cards in here. Okay. And normally water signs and earth signs go together very well. I mean, they make mud, but I mean, it's better than making steam that just goes away. But as an action step, you have to realize how bad the situation is. Whether it's an addiction or an obsession, with like holding on to the truth. If you're the one you feel like you were, you were the one who was wronged, okay? I'm saying you're going to have to realize, yeah, this obsession I have or whatever is terrible. But I see like overwhelmed. And again, I'm saying somebody needs to accept responsibility. And this is your cards. I'm saying you have to accept responsibility for something. You have to accept responsibility for a drinking habit. You have to accept responsibility if somebody comes to you and says, hey, you fucked me over, okay? Even if you didn't. I'm saying accept responsibility. Because it's in here twice, and this is your advice. You have to confront it, even if this is unable to see it, okay? So there's something that you can't see. Maybe you really did do them wrong, but you have no idea. You may not even remember this person. I don't know. I feel like you do, though. But this person could have a mental illness, so I'm seeing play along, okay? Because it's probably your best chance of getting out. I don't know why this is... Whoa. But this is unable to see something, and I'm seeing confront it, because this is not confronting because you don't see it. But this is like unable to face it. So if you do know something, I'm seeing realize how horrible something was to somebody, even if they're making a mountain out of a molehill. Apologize as much as you can. Try to make things right. Be more sincere and genuine as much as you can. Because something is not resolved here. There's an unresolved pain that may result in a sneak attack should somebody not realize this secret is coming out. And deep down, I think you do know. So for those of you that this resonates for, or you just know of anybody in your past, especially a Pisces, okay, whom you could even possibly have slightly done wrong. I mean, maybe this is send them a message right away. This is unexpected encounter and a romantic surprise or just a change spontaneously. And where did it go? Wheel of Fortune is a spontaneous change after somebody's been resisting, but it's not good because it's in reverse. Thinking of some of the other cards we pulled out. And if you've been gambling and then somebody comes to rob you, for those of you that applies to, I'm seeing let them have it. realize like this is a serious situation and let it go. I'm just seeing if you take a risk. Yeah, earlier it looked like take a risk, but I feel like you should not be taking a risk with all these negative cards here and the secrecy and deception. Let's just not take risks because it could have to do with an inheritance because we do have death here. But I could see like narrowly escaping death, cheating death, okay? So some of you earth signs, not everybody, you're going to be cheating death. Some of you are going to get help for an addiction or even a mental illness. Or you're going to help somebody who does. But just with the Four of Swords reversed, I'm seeing something is not settled and it needs to be settled. Maybe even in a court of law. Again, we don't have Five of Swords. So it's a little less violent. It's not a coworker necessarily. And I don't see crime, because with the Emperor here, we would need the Five of Swords for a crime. But I see maybe somebody that's a platonic friend. I'm seeing they bring you wisdom. They might tell you information that, like, hey, this person is really upset about something that happened 6 years ago. But I'm seeing that you might have an out-of-league love interest, or somebody's interested in you and they're kind of below you in that kind of way. And that might be who this is coming from. And you would know who that is. But somebody is not very logical, not very reasonable, because they're justice reversed. I'm seeing be the Emperor, be the logical one, be rational, be calm and stable. And with that Four of Wands, it could be an ex-wife, because we had the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or even an ex-husband. Some of you may feel like you've been shorted on your retirement. And I'm seeing, please don't go postal about it. You can take it to court and work it out there. But I'm seeing don't take law into your own hands. And then if somebody else is trying that with you, do what you can to buffer the situation, because Six of Pentacles didn't come out. In fact, when I saw Seven of Pentacles when it first popped out, I thought it was a Six of Pentacles. But it's not. So I'm seeing plan for a buffer, also plan to save money, because somebody may be planning something. Like they feel like blood has been drawn and they are ready to come out, if that's not you. And then here they come, full force. We have sneak attack, loss. Could even be in a church setting, okay? And we did see like a pastor in crisis earlier. So we have a leader here, but there's somebody that you need to seek advice from. And it's good advice. But just from now through like mid-July, because that's pretty much when I think the full moon energy dissipates enough. If you're at a church setting, please be more vigilant. If you're on a plane, please be more vigilant, especially when you're transferring planes or locations. Beware of anybody who might be brandishing swords, because we have tons of swords in here. I would say refrain from gambling from now through mid-July, just to avoid any kind of robbery if possible. If you're moving, I'm seeing it might cost you money due to an unexpected bill. But that could also be robbery as well, so be more vigilant around your home. And normally I don't like to give these kind of readings because it puts anxiety in people. And I do see a lot of that here, but it's more like socially somehow because we have the moon. But either way, I would rather warn you ahead of time because something tells me you know something already. Okay? And for those of you I think it might be an addiction, you may just fall back into it. And I'm seeing take everything one step at a time, baby steps. In fact, I kind of get this feeling like you may have to coddle somebody, okay? That's what I get. Or somebody may need to coddle you if you're the one that I'm seeing. But I feel as if this is someone else who may pose the danger. I will tell you, because we have Three of Swords and the Moon, I see secret love, dangerous. Okay. And I don't think there may be an affair, but you may have, somebody could have had an affair with a pastor, a boss, or somebody, and I don't see it as an affair, I just see like a relationship, but nobody was tied to anybody else. So I don't see like a marital affair, is what I'm saying. But I'm seeing somebody has a relationship with somebody, and then they break it off. It's just like a regular plain breakup, no mistress type of deal. And then that's like somebody feels wronged in that way. All right, guys. I gave you your steps, okay? And if you don't remember, go back and rewind. Good luck to you, and God bless you. And let me know what happens.